तो खूंगा रहा पूरा जुलत दिया Allah kalau korong musito indra dino.
Thousands of Rohingya Muslims in violence-wrecked northwest Myanmar are pleading with authorities for safe passage from 2 remote villages that are cut off by hostile Buddhists and running short of food. We're terrified, Maung Maung, a Rohingya official at Ah Nauk Pyin village, told Reuters by telephone. We'll starve soon and they're threatening to burn down our houses. Another Rohingya contacted by Reuters, who asked not to be named, said ethnic Rakhine Buddhists came to the same village and shouted, "Leave or we will kill you all." At least 430,000 Rohingyas have since fled into neighboring Bangladesh to evade what the United Nations has called a textbook example of ethnic cleansing. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina had talks with some dignitaries, including US President Donald Trump, attending the UN General Assembly here, when they assured her that they were with Bangladesh over the Rohingya issue. The US President hosted the program at the ESCOS chamber of the UN headquarters on Monday. Briefing reporters on Trump-Hasina talks, Foreign Secretary M. Shahidul Haque said the US President told the PM that his country would see how the Rohingya refugee problem could be resolved. During a meeting with Hasina, UN High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR, Filippo Grandi expressed his willingness to help Bangladesh address the Rohingya refugee problem. He also wanted to visit Bangladesh, Shahidul said. Hasina said all the UN organizations would help Bangladesh, but the registration of the Rohingya refugees would be done by the Bangladesh Army. PM's press secretary Ihsanul Karim said the Palestine president highly appreciated the Bangladesh Prime Minister for making a noble gesture to the Rohingyas. Leaders of major countries in a meeting in New York on Monday called upon Myanmar to immediately stop the atrocities against its Rohingya people and take back its nationals from Bangladesh. British Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson, the organizer of the meeting, said representatives from the USA, Germany, Russia, Sweden, Switzerland, China, and Denmark, as well as the National Security Advisor of Myanmar, attended the meeting. Bangladesh government started registration for Rohingya, who recently entered Bangladesh by overcoming the Burmese military shooting, anti-personnel landmine and slaughtering. Various local sources of Bangladesh have said that the Rohingya registration and accommodation process is running very slow due to a lack of logistic support and expertise, as well as because the refugees are unaware of the registration procedures. During the first 3 days, the government has completed the registration of 800 refugees at Kutupalong via biometric procedure using 4 booths at the camp since the government began the initiative last Monday. According to registration officials, increasing logistic support, additional spaces, and computer setups will help to speed up the process, and as much is expected from next week. When asked from the locals, many said they were unaware of the registration process, while others said they were aware but did not know where to register or why to register. When questioned about the registration process, Cox's Bazar Assistant Commissioner and Executive Magistrate AKM Lutfur Rahman said the registration would speed up once they began the process in 2 more camps, hopefully within the next 7 to 8 days. He further added that from Thursday, we will start registration at Noyapara camp. With just 4 booths, we registered 800 in just Kutupalong camp, quoted Dhaka Tribune. More than 400,000 desperate Rohingyas have arrived in Bangladesh in the past 3 weeks, where many are either killed or trapped in the hilly areas of Mondo, Butidong, and Rathidong. Up till now, death and property casualties are not fully counted yet for the ongoing massacre and arson attacks in Rohingya villages.
So bayan angra dekho pukulo in bukum pukulora in bukun ar udanota in udanot musir majja mai furi daga hoje so gonna fai gyana fai bari na fai musir majja furi daga hoje